Hi everyone, my name is Mallory Jane. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be doing something really interesting. We are going to do the ripped jeans, like literally ripped jeans. I was going to go to the store and buy a new pair because theirs is ripped completely out, and then they have the knee. Mine here, you can see the knee's already ripped out basically on both sides. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Maybe I'll do it like right here, but basically we're gonna cut all this out, and on the back. So all you'll need for this project is an old pair of jeans or a new pair if you're planning on wearing these, and a pair of scissors, and then maybe some tweezers to get the frizz out. But you can just put them in the washer and the dryer and it'll do the work for you, and you don't need to sit there and pluck. Anyways, if you would like to see this, just stay tuned. To start, you're going to want to mark. So I have holes in my knees, like I just said. I'm going to mark mine here because we want to keep a little strip, maybe about like that, like an inch. And so I'm going to do mine right above my knees. But on the actual pants, when you go to buy them, they are at your knees. So just kind of like mark where that's going to be. My mark was right above my knee, so I'm gonna start doing that first. So I'm just making like a little slit. That might have been too wide. Just make a little split and cut. Just cut basically, let's be honest. But you're gonna want to keep the seam on each side. Make sure you're keeping the seam to keep the seam on the side, because that's all that literally is holding these jeans together. So do not cut the seam. So you want to cut right on it though, like, yeah, like right there. Okay, and then I'm trying to make my line. Oh, I messed up. Oh crap. This is like the easiest thing ever, and I literally just messed up. Okay. So I'm gonna like sew this back together, because I feel like doing it any other way, it's just not gonna look right if I do it any higher than it already is. So make sure you do not cut down, because you want to keep the little line across. So we're gonna go right underneath so I don't make this mistake again. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. Oh my. This is like the easiest thing ever too, right? Okay, so you want to keep this part. You do not want to cut this off. So basically, yeah, just go right down the seam on both sides. I don't mess up again. Can't believe I did that. Like, these jeans are literally just completely cut up jeans, and I cut. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna go on the other side, cut down the seam if I can. Getting like a straight line the whole way down is like not so easy. I'm gonna cut some of this off, and then just throw it away, because we want big ripped holes. That is the look. The look is to be showing as much skin as possible, and basically, I guess, not really even wearing a pair of jeans. I don't know the point of this or who came up with this, but to me it literally makes absolutely no sense. But you know, 'tis fashion. So we got our first big hole cut, and you're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. And just make sure you don't mess up like I did, and keep this piece. Figuring like where this is by laying them right beside each other, so I can try to at least get it about right. And we're gonna get this first, cut straight across, don't go down, because you don't want to cut that part out. I almost did it again. Okay, and then to measure it, just, yeah, we're gonna do the same thing and just cut the whole thing out, because that's what we're going for. This is ridiculous. Why am I doing this? I'm never gonna wear these ever. And then once you got your second hole cut out, now I gotta go check the picture. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take mine and put it inside out. I'm like, oh my god, there's like nothing to it, so I'm gonna do this now. I ended up putting the pants inside out, or outside out, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, they keep the pocket. So they keep the pocket on there, the white part. So that is the reason I'm doing this. So we want to keep this. Don't forget, don't cut this off. And I'm going to go up in here and then around. Do not cut this, because, well, that's the zipper. And if that falls apart, there'll pretty much be nothing left of the jeans, since, you know, there's not going to be much left
of these anyway. And don't forget, do not cut the seam. Keep the seam. We need the seam.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
Always clean this up afterwards. We can always clean it up afterwards. So if you're afraid, I think I'm just gonna actually cut it from here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut it a little bit more from it, a little bit away from it. I'm sorry, not more. You can see, because like I said, you can always go back and trim this up, and I don't want to like totally mess it up. I flip this. I feel like I'm explaining this so horribly. I'm so sorry, guys. So I'm gonna cut the opposite side, go up. I feel like basically as long as you cut along the seam, you can't mess this up. And there we go. Okay, I think we're looking good. There, yeah, so they kept the pocket. Okay, see, yeah, we need to clean this up. Because you want the seam, they had the seam of the pocket going and then down. Does that make sense? Probably not. I don't know, guys. Voila. We have a great big hole in our jeans. This is looking good. This is a way better angle. The angle I had it, I felt like you couldn't see very well. So you can see I already did this side. When you do it, you don't want to cut the seam, because the seam is the only thing holding these together. And once we're done, if you cut the seam, they're all gonna fall apart. So basically, I feel like that's what they're doing. They're cutting around the seam. What I did on this side was I kept the white pocket. So that's why I have them inside out, because I want to make sure I'm not cutting the pocket. And when I go around, I'm cutting right in front of the seam. You don't want to cut the seam. So I'm cutting right in front of the seam. I already have holes in my jeans.
So if you don't, just make a little slit like we did.
You know, so just go right at the slit. I hope I'm doing this right, because if I'm not, I totally can't go back and do it again, right? Okay. And also, if you leave like a little bit of space, you can always go back, like a little bit of fabric, you can always go back and trim it up, because what's the worst that can happen? I mean, honestly, we're completely cutting these up anyway. This is a serious fashion statement, and I'm just cutting this top side off. Be sure not to get this like I did right here. Make sure you keep this. We want this part. That's the look we're going for. Guys, I think they're looking good. I'm pretty sure from what I looked on the picture, this is what they're supposed to be looking like. So if yours look like this, you're good. This is funny. I thought I was just gonna like totally cut these all up and it was gonna be simple, and I feel like it's like actually more complicated than it really is, or more complicated than what it seemed. Okay, so we're gonna start. So basically you're gonna wanna cut the slits on the back exactly where you cut them on the front. Are you kidding me? It's totally not even. This is not as easy as it seems, I swear. Or maybe it's just me. It's probably just me. This video is going to be so horrible. I'm so sorry. But I feel like you get the point, and we get to cut big holes in our jeans. So here I'm just going below that cut and then cutting the whole bottom of the leg off, but making sure to stay within the seam to keep the jeans together. I'm so confused at what's happening here. And here I'm just cutting the back of the leg off, and I went the whole way up to the back pocket and then right up under that seam above the back pocket. I hope that makes sense. And I just cut that whole thing off because on the pictures I saw, they didn't keep the pockets. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break for like a second. This is seriously giving me anxiety. I don't know why cutting up these jeans is giving me like really bad anxiety, so I like need to take a break. Sorry this video is totally gonna suck. I thought it was gonna be easy. I don't know like why I'm like getting so freaked out like cutting these pants up. I don't know if it's because I'm afraid I'm gonna like cut the seam and like totally destroy them, but like I have anxiety doing this. Okay guys, so here where we kept the little lines in the middle of the leg, I'm just de-stressing them with an eyebrow plucker. And I don't know why the video messed up so bad on this. I'm really confused about what happened, but it did. So yeah, sorry about that. But if you want to see how I did this, all you have to do is check out some of my other videos, but it's pretty simple. Or you can just throw them in the washer and it'll do it itself. If you guys can see, because you can't see in the video, I just went up and right below this seam right here and just took the pockets off. And I also want to show you guys on these ones. So you need to cut the bottom off because mine are like way too long on me. You can see in the pictures. So cut the bottom off to the length that you want it because it's going to end up longer. I noticed I did that in the picture. I did not. And then like where this starts, like here, like how it's cut off, then start cutting your square part off. But I recommend doing that because mine are way too long. And that's it. You're completely done. And as you can see, mine are way too long on me. So definitely take that advice if you end up making these. But yeah, it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. I will probably never wear these anywhere, but they were definitely fun to make. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I love you guys. Until next time.